the Board of Studies in this online meeting, which has been arranged at the behest of Higher Education Department of UP and Vice Chancellor CSJM University Kanpur, Professor Vinay Pathak. I welcome all of you. I welcome Professor S.K. Chauhan, who is with us, Professor S.K. Sharma from Allahabad University, Professor Anshuman Khanna from BHU, Professor O.N. Upadhyay from Lucknow University. Then we have Dr. Baby Rani Agrawal, Principal, Mahila Mahavidyalaya, my colleague Neeru Tandon. Then we have Professor Sanjay Swarnkar of CSJM University with us. We also have Suvigya ji and members of EDP cell. Professor Neeru Tandon from VSSD College also with us. I welcome all of you. We all are aware that we are passing through tough times for the last 1 year. And all of us, in one or the other way, have often been in a state of fix. The academics has severely been affected. The teachers, students, and even the non-teaching employees in the field of education have been carrying out their jobs, adopting new ways and means unknown to them, and even if known, unpracticed by them. But anyway, things go on. As is popularly said, the show must go on. We are here to finalize the semester-wise syllabus of the undergraduate program in English, which I received as convener few days back by the university. For CSJM University, we are accustomed to annual examination. This syllabus is a major shift from the way we have been perceiving and doing things in the annual system so far. Some of you are well aware of the semester or credit system, but here at the university, there are a lot of questions and lot of curiosity about how the things now onwards will go on. Earlier, we had 3 years degree pass course, and a student could not get degree or any sort of academic testimonial till he completed 3 years successfully. The new degree program has been well linked with PG and research. There are 10 semesters, in fact, from UG to PG, and these 10 semesters will cover a span of 5 years. 8 semesters for getting full UG bachelor's degree in research, plus 2 semesters for PG degree. The new degree program gives the student freedom to exit after 2 semesters. And with some sort of academic testimonial. Even if the student has not completed 2 semesters, the academic credits earned by him will be transferred to the academic bank whenever he wishes to, and whenever he wishes to continue his studies, he will not have to earn the credits he has already earned. If he successfully completes 2 semesters, he will get a certificate course. If he completes 4 semesters, he will get a diploma certificate. If he completes successfully 6 semesters, he will obtain a degree certificate. And after 8 semesters, the student will get a bachelor's degree with research. And after 10 semesters, he will get a PG degree. Well, let's come to the syllabus, which luckily has been provided to us by the government in such a way that we don't have much scope for the change
Right.
or modification. I went
Absolutely.
through the syllabus in detail and didn't find much room for doing some daring experiments with it. An electronic copy of 3-year syllabus is already with you. I guess you have gone through it. Now, I would like your opinions, comments, and suggestions on the syllabus in order to finalize it and forward it to the Academic Council of the university for its implementation from the coming session. First, I would like to seek opinion of, you see, among us, I think the senior most person is Professor Chauhan. So from Agra, from Dayalbagh University, I would like to seek his opinion on the syllabus. Professor Chauhan, sir.
Yes, Professor Pandey. Thank you very much, Professor Pandey. Am I audible to you, Professor Pandey?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You are
yes,
quite
sir.
audible.
I have a few observations about the syllabus. The first thing is that it was sent so late to us. It was sent quite late to us.
Right.
That only 3-year course is available to me. However,
Yes.
there are certain queries. If this syllabus is meant only for the students of literature or for both, do we have a separate course on literature, on language for other students, or English is only a one composite course?
कंपोजिट कोर्स ही लग रहा है इसमें तो.
It's a sir. It's a for your information. They have done away with the new education policy, has done away with all sorts of English courses and merged all of them into one. So
That's all right.
in the 10th semester they have done away. We have, for instance, in Kanpur University, we have 3 types of English courses independent from each other, like English literature, English language, and functional English. And all the 3 courses were independent from each other, from one another. But now, in this new education policy, in the course of these 10 semesters, officially I have received the course only for the 6 semesters. That is what I have forwarded to all of you. But unofficially, you see, that is being prepared. So they are including everything. Even an ELT paper is to be included in the coming semesters. A bit of linguistics is also being introduced in the coming syllabus, in the coming semesters. So it's a composite course now.
Right.
Sir, please, sir.
Then one more thing, that we generally have students from Hindi background, Hindi medium background, who have students from the weaker sections of society also, from Hindi background also. So does this course have any scope to cater to their needs? This course doesn't have, so far as you have invited my attention, my opinion. So I think this course is not framed keeping in view the needs of the Hindi medium students, who are the feeder stream of your university, of most of the universities of Uttar Pradesh. Therefore, nothing of language has been included in this course. In my opinion, at least one paper on language or grammar should have been included in this course, so that the students could be monitored in that way. This is my opinion.
Right, sir. Right.
Okay, sir. ये मेरा मानना है. दूसरी चीज एक और है कि most of the universities are paying a great attention on the spoken aspect, and here nothing. I think Pandey Sahab, in this syllabus there is nothing on the spoken aspect of the language. The students have to attend interviews, they have to attend various kinds of job opportunity courses and programs. So nothing of those students has been kept in mind. Therefore, one course on spoken English or English speaking type, that should have also been included. This is my opinion. Otherwise, as you have said that there is something about the linguistics also, so there nothing wrong. But two things. Number one paper on English grammar, which is a must for the students of English, and number two, on English speaking styles. This is my opinion, sir. प्रोफेसर
Right,
पांडे,
right,
ये
right, sir.
मेरा मानना है ऐसा, क्योंकि बिल्कुल ब्लैंक छोड़ दिया और इंटर तक अंग्रेजी कैसी है बच्चों की, हम उनको एक तरह से उनको बिल्कुल नहर में या उनको समुद्र में फेंक देना है, उनकी कोई चिंता किसी को नहीं है, केवल ये कोर्स बना के दे दिया गया है। ये मेरा मानना है इस तरह से। This is what I think.
Pandey ji, in separate sheet, Professor Chauhan's suggestion be noted down separately in separate sheet. Okay.
Yes, I have noted, and you see the syllabus that I unofficially have at the moment.
जी,
Now, in the 7th semester, they have allotted a paper to ELT, English Language Teaching. I don't have the details at the moment, otherwise I would have discussed that at the moment. But anyway, we have noted the suggestion and forward it to the concerned authorities.
Right.
ये पांडे सर, ये स्टूडेंट का अहित करने वाला सिलेबस होगा अगर इस तरह से लैंग्वेज का।
जी 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 जी।
आवाज नहीं आ रही है सर।
हेलो,
अनम्यूट कर लें सर। हाँ, अब आई।
तो मेरा स्वर्णकार जी मानना ऐसा है कि आपके यहाँ उन गरीब स्टूडेंट्स के बारे में हमें सोचना पड़ेगा जो गांव से आ रहा है और वो आपके यहाँ बल्क बनाता है।
जी।
वो आपके यहाँ बल्क बनाता है, वही स्टूडेंट आप पढ़ा रहे हैं, उसको किस तरह से उसकी नीड को केटर करेंगे, ये मेरी समझ में नहीं आता।
ओके सर।
क्योंकि लैंग्वेज के ऊपर कुछ भी नहीं है इसमें। ELT हो सकता है मॉडर्न टाइप में, ELT तो इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज टीचिंग के बहुत एस्पेक्ट्स हैं, लेकिन उसमें अगर उसे कंपटीशन में जाना है, बैंक के कंपटीशन में बैठना है, उसको LIC के कंपटीशन में बैठना है, उसको किस तरह से उसको कुछ तो कॉलेज में मिले पढ़ने के लिए, इसमें कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है। दिस इज व्हाट आई थिंक, एंड देन स्पोकन एस्पेक्ट
has been noted down by convener sir. हाँ, पांडे जी, नोट कर लिया गया। ओके सर।
प्रोफेसर शर्मा।
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
As far as I understand, this NEP 2019-2020 specifies UG program for a duration of 4 years. And not just for 3 years. So I do not know what is the policy of your university, whether they are going to go for this 4-year program or 3-year program. And whatever suggestions have been made in the syllabus that students could drop out after one course. So it is up to them to decide whether they fit in that particular scheme or whatever paper they have accepted, whatever paper they have offered, whether it is to their liking or not. Number two, whatever Professor Chauhan has said, that there could be certain courses that could be offered from the language stream also, so that a student has got a wider choice. So a student could offer for a course that gives him an edge in the competitive examinations. So this course could be some courses in English reading comprehension or English grammar or spoken English, or some smaller courses like group discussion, etc. could also be increased if there is some scope, some flexibility somewhere in the system. We could also make all these papers optional, or for example, this English poetry section is there. So we could say that a student could offer English poetry, or he could go in for English grammar, or he could go in for comprehension,
Right.
etc. Right?
Right.
So far, if this sort of scheme is going on, then I think the suggestion that has been made by Professor Chauhan is a good one.
Right. Right.
And frankly speaking, I have not gone into the detail of the syllabus. I just had a cursory glance because of some problems, some issues in my family. Whatever all of you decide, I go by that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Professor Anshuman.
Yes,
Professor Anshuman Khanna.
yes. Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. Sir, it is, in my opinion, and it's not the personal opinion, it's a general concern kind of thing, that we have to think about what we have to impart to students and in what way they should be prepared to meet the challenges by reading English or by getting this degree in English literature. One. Second, the syllabus sets out to spells out clearly its objective, and it says that it caters and it is trying to develop the understanding of the students about literature and technique, etc. How can it be done without acquainting them with literary criticism that has absolutely been dropped out? So, literary criticism should be included. They should be trained what to look for, how to understand, how to make sense of literary representation, etc. One. Second concern is about the texts that have been chosen for the students and included in the syllabus. Say, for example, in drama section, Indian drama, Girish Karnad and Badal Sarkar have not been included, and in place we have Asif Karim Bhoy and one more playwright. From any standards, not a major playwright, I mean the other one. Anyway, so without reading and without understanding Girish Karnad or Badal Sarkar, how can it be done? So these are the 2 points. One is literary criticism, that is a must. Second is the selection of text for the students. 2. 3, as regards how should they be trained in English language and spoken, etc. I think that it's the course that has been designed to equip students and enhance their understanding of literature, English literature. So, in case, I mean, if we, for example, talk about technology or science, etc., do we need to acquaint the students with the ABCD of science and technology at UG level or at PG level? So that's again is a question. So we must have a clear view of the objectives of educating our students and what we have to impart them, how to prepare the students to meet the challenges, and what kind of knowledge should be given if they complete this UG course. Third is there is a complete paper on Indian literature in translation, IL Gujarati translation. So it's good. And there is one text on this feminist text. So if we include something, we must have rationale why we are excluding the other ones. There should be some justification for the inclusion of certain texts, etc. So say, for example, if it is translation or translation studies, because there is one component on translation, the way translation is done and how to translate, etc. So then there are other parallel concerns also, courses also, like Dalit literature, like critical theory, like literary theory, etc., and postmodernism or other things also can also be in Caribbean literature, Australian literature, other literature as well. Last is that whatever texts be selected or chosen, they should be representative, particularly for students, UG students, because they should be initiated into the traditional. I have no qualms in accepting that in a conservative way. It's a classical literature, okay, Greek classical literature, but even if it is Indian classical literature, but at least tests should be representative ones. So excluding the representative ones, including the minor or less important texts, it's beyond me. So you take down these points, and as you said in the beginning, that there is not enough scope for change. There should be some scope for change, and in case if we find some fault, then major change also. So see how can it be done, sir. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice.
Professor Swankar, I would like to make one more point.
Okay, sir. Okay.
This is because English is such a stream which is provided to the students of non-faculty students also.
Right.
The students of science, technology, the students of commerce, management, etc. Do we have some separate courses for those students, or this is the only course of English which the UP government has framed for the students of English?
This is the only course now has been framed by the government.
So I'd like to intervene over here. I'm sorry to disturb you, but at the same time, we have business communication, and in engineering also, we have some kind of a course to train, as I suppose. So we have a separate course for the management students at UG and even PG level. So, well, I'm not an English graduate, but we have the students who can communicate, who are taught to communicate well. It is not literary or a language part, or maybe, but they are trained well to translate. Maybe there are some kinds of signals that you'll have to translate in 10 years' time, a decade or 2 decades later. We have to think from that point of view. It's not a very stereotype kind of thing, or very, because of the change of the technology, with change of rapid pace, the pace with which the world is changing, we need to look at that. We'll have to do the overhauling in a decade's time, or maybe in a half decade's time again. Because seeing the calamity, seeing the unprecedented global calamity all over the world, it is the teaching legacy seems to have the more burden of expectation. So we need to understand that we need to be mission-oriented and we need to be result-oriented. So I'm sorry to intervene in front of such honorable people, but we have separate course for those.
Management, right. In management and engineering, Professor Singh, in management and engineering, they are having separate course.
This is not in our knowledge. That otherwise full
Yes,
paper, the paper should have been sent to us. We are talking only in isolation.
But now, Singh Saab, the government, UP government, with the help of some experts.
In toto. That's right.
Okay. So management and engineering are having their separate courses, and now the UP government has framed this course with the help of some expert persons, and they have chosen Uच्च Shiksha
That's right.
Parishad.
That's right.
Pandey ji.
And one thing more I would like to say, that in the you see coming other semesters after semester 6, what I have come to know, I would like to share with all of you that
Right.
we have linguistics. Apart from linguistics and ELT, we have Indian English Literature, a paper on Indian English Literature. We have literary criticism and theories. We have colonial and post-colonial literature. We have translation and folk literature with an option of literature and environment.
Right.
We have research methodology. We have American literature, a paper on American literature. We have a separate paper on African and Caribbean literature.
Right.
And then in the 9th and 10th semester, there is a paper on SARC literature, and then Australian and Canadian literature, stylistics and discourse analysis as an optional paper, and then finally gender studies. So whoever the people, the experts who have made, you see, prepared this syllabus for the 10 semesters, when I go through it in detail, I find that nothing known to us about literature has been left by them in
Right.
one way or the other way, either by way of the optional paper or as the main paper. They have tried to introduce each and everything.
Right.
So
Right.
that's what you see. As far as the English for specific purposes is concerned, for example, IT students and engineering and management students, so the provisions there for them separately have been made in the new education policy.
Right.
And now another thing I would like to say, that this, you see, in this education policy, the students have been given a lot of freedom, and you see till now we had a set system, faculty wise system, but now in the first year, when the student is going to take admission in, you see, part 1, he will have to choose two major courses from the faculty to which he has applied, and the third course he has freedom. Suppose a student, arts faculty students, has chosen economics and political science
Right.
as two subjects. The third subjects he can choose either from, you see, commerce, like accountancy, or he can choose physics or any other. You see, that is up to him. So that's the thing. Lot of, you see, freedom has been given to students in the choice of their courses, and then they will have to choose an elective course from the other faculty. Then they have, you see, some other courses, you see, co-curricular courses. They will have to, in those co-curricular courses, you have like personality development, yoga, and you see, I had the list. Yes, you see, analysis, digital awareness, then personality development, skill development, primary health, and you see, primary health education, food and nutrition. These courses will the students will have to choose these courses, one of these. Now another, you see, thing is that the students will have to choose some vocational courses also along with these. So at the moment, we see graduate students, you see, after, you see, one who seeks admission to graduation normally seeks admission to 3 courses, 3 subjects. But this new education policy will make him choose at least 6 courses, 3 major and 1 vocational, 1 from other faculty, and 1 co-curricular course.
Right.
So 6 courses will have to be chosen by the students. That's the framework. Now I would like Professor Omkar Upadhyay from Lucknow University to submit his
Thank you, Bhai
views.
Saab, for such a wonderful defense of your syllabus. Actually, nothing is left as you have already mentioned in the syllabus. But things are not written and posted in a systematic order.
Right.
Let us see English prose and writing skills. BA first semester. In the syllabus, you find yes, Aurobindo, Rabindranath Tagore, Vikramani, Bhavani Bhattacharya, R.K. Narayan, Mulkharas Anand, Sarojini Naidu, Kamala Markandeya, Nayantara Sehgal. Towards the growth of Indian writing in English. Let us see the title. First thing,
Writing skills.
the title of the paper is, as I have mentioned, English prose and writing skills. The title is English prose and writing skills. And the components are first unit, Introduction to Indian Writing in English. And the writers are Aurobindo, Tagore, Bhattacharya. So what would be taught to the students in the syllabus? Whether history of Indian literature in English or it is not clarified. Secondly, we find elements of short story, elements, types of prose and prose type, prose devices. Then we find short stories, again short stories. So everything are mentioned, but there is no systematic order in it, what I found. And there's only one unit for computer and writing skills in English. I think there's some scope and space for revamping the syllabus.
Okay.
So what I feel regarding the titles of the papers, it's very important. English prose and writing skills, English poetry, British and American drama, there's no coherence. Again, then comes Indian literature in translation, then classical literature and history of English literature, then fiction, then Indian and new literatures in English. Had it been in this way, ELT and first semester, then English poetry, English drama, English prose, English fiction, literary criticism, history of English literature, then there should be a coherence. Text may be reviewed, but titles demand certain coherence. First thing. Second thing, the text, if we have the scope for reviewing at least 30%, so keeping in view the standard of the students and local environment, it's very essential to minimize the syllabus. It's very cumbersome. Third point which I would like to share with you, that in some cases I found we should also keep in mind the accessibility of the texts, whether the texts are available. Next point to be noted, that we should also keep in mind the framing of the question papers. There is no any space or scope mentioned in this syllabus. So these are some of the observations. After that, whatever syllabus is there, see, they have already mentioned, see paper, yes, first year, second paper, forms of poetry, then stanza form, then poetic devices. In poetic devices, we find figures of speech, rhyme, rhythm. Then what is the use of rhetoric and prosody? In Unit
Right.
8. In Unit 8, we have rhetoric and prosody. In Unit 3, we have rhythm, rhyme scheme, kinds of statement, stressed, unstressed syllables, figures of speech. I don't know
Right.
whether these are poetic devices or rhetorics and prosodies. So these are some
That's
of
a
the
very
things.
that's a very pertinent, you see, issue that you have raised. Right.
Okay, so Pandit ji,
So we should also keep in mind to revamp the syllabus. I think there is no scope, as you have already mentioned, that we can review and return the syllabus, since you have to submit it before the academic board. So don't you feel necessity to review the text prescribed in the papers, or is there any scope for change?
Right.
These are my observations regarding this syllabus.
see the bindings there, Upadhyay ji, there are certain bindings that on the basis of the just some
Yes.
content course we can make 30% change there. Otherwise, 70% whatever they have said, we have to send all your suggestions. Pandey ji would be writing all them in a separate sheet, and then they can be sent through registrar to the government. But content, on the basis of the content change, we can make 30% change. So there are
Yes.
certain bindings which we have to go through, whatever they are mentioned earlier. But your suggestions are of paramount importance, no doubt. Pandey ji must have noted them down. Okay.
Sir, we have outrightly rejected the syllabus and sent the report to the government.
Okay.
Lucknow University,
Okay.
outrightly, myself, Professor R.P. Singh, Professor R.B. Sharma, these were 3 members, experts.
Right.
We sent the report and also submitted
Okay.
a parallel syllabus for them to study, to
Right.
review it.
Right.
But here we have only, I think, the scope to revamp, to go through the syllabus.
Okay. That I have heard of you.
Readings.
Okay.
No, sir.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Then over to Pandey ji.
Dr. Baby Rani Agrawal ji is a very senior colleague of ours. I would like her to give her suggestions on the
Syllabus.
syllabus. Unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yes, now very much.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I welcome all the members of the Board of Studies and express my great pleasure in listening to all the suggestions given by eminent scholars in the Board of Studies. I do agree with most of the suggestions, and my major submission is this, that language part should be there, should be included, because when we go for Public Service Commission evaluation, etc., then we find that comprehension, Pressy writing, essay writing, expansion, these questions are very scoring over there. So at least one paper of language, grammar, which Dr. All of you have suggested, should be included, to keeping in mind the competitive future of the students.
Right.
This thing. And as far as texts are concerned, we can always sit and decide which text to eliminate, which are to be revised, etc. And one more thing I would like to add is that in this third year, we have 2 papers in the fifth semester. we have 2 papers. And in the 6th semester also, we have 2 papers.
One
Or
paper.
3 papers.
Mhm.
In the BA third year, we have classical literature and history of English literature.
We have 3 papers in third year.
Third, in BA third year, 5th semester, we have 2 papers.
Three papers. 3
No,
papers.
classical literature, history of English literature, and fiction, 2. And then 6th semester, we have 3 papers, and 1 has got an internal choice.
Hmm.
Yes, in fifth, you see, in 5th semester we have 2 papers. In 6th semester we have 2 papers.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Two papers.
This doubt I had to clear. So otherwise, if you, Dr. Pandey is saying ELT is there, linguistics are there, and practical criticism, the criticism also has been included over there. And while framing the question paper, we can put more stress on linguistic aspect of the text. We can include exercises in composition, in comprehension, from the prose, from the fiction. We can add grammar while framing the question papers. That will be very important while implementing this new syllabus. This is what I feel. Otherwise, it's okay. Thank you.
Dr. Nivedita. Dr. Nivedita, please unmute yourself. Nivedita ji, unmute करिए अपने को.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah. You're audible.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. And good evening, all my esteemed colleagues. I've been carefully listening to everybody, our senior colleagues as well. And I totally agree with them because we are catering to the Hindi hinterland. And I feel that a lot of things will have to be included because when we are teaching, we experience the practical difficulties of dealing with Hindi medium students who wish to do English. Moreover, I have been closely associated with competitive teaching, and I know that unless we really work on their foundation, it's very difficult for the Hindi hinterland to get into good MBA colleges, good, CLAT colleges, etc., etc. So if at all there is some way that we can change and we can ask a revamping of the syllabus, we must go ahead with it. Though I feel that many components are very good. Like I saw that computer, email, and all those kind of things, which are very, very important for today's children. After all, they are going to work in that environment. They are not going to work like us, writing formal letters, etc., etc. The world has really changed in terms of language. So, sir, if there is any mechanism or any scope of changing or revamping, it's very good, or else we will have to do something internally, the course, so that we can cater to all our students. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Nivedita ji. Professor Swarnkar.
I welcome all the members of this Board of Studies of English. I heard of Professor Singh Saab from Dayal Bagh. He laid emphasis on the grammatical portion or language portion that has been left in this syllabus. So naturally, that will be of paramount importance for the students, that there must be some language portion also, because that is the need of our, as Baby Rani Agrawal also threw light on that. And what Sharma ji said, Professor Sharma sir, he also supported that cause of a language paper, which has been, this syllabus rather is divided off. So that must be taken into account. And what Khanna, Professor Khanna, so that B.D. Pandey just threw light on that, criticism, literary criticism is there. In the next semesters, they are there. And he also said about selection of the texts. Girish Karnad and Badal Sarkar, both playwrights, have not been taken into. So, on the basis of 30% course content, if it can be done, so it can be done. That is the duty of the convener, and with the help of, with the consent of other experts. And revamping Upadhyay, he also said that we just opposed this syllabus. Some of the teachers from Lucknow University. No, it is a good syllabus, but maybe certain follies there, flaws there. If we had made that, so we cannot provide full justice for the satisfaction of each and everybody. So some amendments can be made on the basis of the course content, no doubt. But especially those students who are coming from Hindi backgrounds, really most of the students in our colleges or the university are coming, at least 25% to 30% students coming. So we have to take into account rather those students whose rather teaching must be accelerated on the basis of the language teaching also. So many things are good in syllabus in this syllabus, but if still there is the need of revamping, then we can do with the help of experts, and 30% course content may be just given there. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Suman. I would like to invite Dr. Suman Gupta, a very senior colleague of ours. Please unmute yourself. Suman ji, unmute करिए mic. माइक्रोफोन अनम्यूट कर लीजिए.
अनम्यूट कैसे चल रहा है?
Just click on your microphone. It is mute. You have to unmute it.
Actually,
Okay. In the meantime, yes, please carry on. Yes, you are audible.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Yes, I totally agree with all the suggestions, and I want that grammar portion should also be included. That is my suggestion only.
Nice, madam. Thank you.
Okay, that's all.
Dr. Neeru, would you like to say something?
Naturally, why not?
It often happens that whatever one wants to say has already been said by others.
कोई बात नहीं वो ठीक है,
often
शेयरिंग हो
happens.
जाएगी. हाँ, उस बाद वाले लोगों को फिर पड़ता है, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
No, you have given me an important job to note down the minutes of the meeting that I am doing, but still, something I would like to say.
Right, madam.
One thing is that we should consider that students, they are leaving, they have freedom to leave after semester, after second semester or the fourth semester, and whatever they are doing. So we must consider it very thoroughly that when they are leaving, whatever they are taking away with them, is it sufficient that they can call themselves that we have studied this particular paper? Another point is that we have removed all other two kinds of Englishes, like language and the functional. So the good things of those papers should not be eliminated. If we are mixing them all, very carefully we should include the good points of those papers. We can do it in two ways. Like we already have designed this paper, so we can have the optional paper. Like everybody is not inclined to go for competition. Whosoever is inclined to go for competition, they can choose that paper. That is one area. Another thing is that certain points, important points, we can include in whatever we have. So that is something we'll have to decide before putting a point of view. What we really want, we want some optional papers, and we really want to be included in the present scenario, present syllabus.
Right.
Another thing is, like you can see semester 1, they have included certain Indian English, like some short stories by Anand Narayanan Desai and some prose also. While if you see the second paper of poetry, you won't find anything from Indian English.
Indian English.
There is nothing. So there should be some unity in that when we are giving something in prose, some portion of Indian English poetry that is very rich should also be part of that. So students should know that Indian writers have not written only prose, they have written some poems also, some good poetry. So it should be a uniformity over there. This is what I mean. And like various professors, as B.D. Pandey sir has said, that okay, of course we agree with the points raised by our seniors, and we should present it in a methodical way. Another somebody has said that the availability of the text. I would like to just pinpoint that point, that is still we are fighting that in the present syllabus some of the other portion is not available. So
Right, madam.
we must ensure that everything, whatever we are suggesting, is available easily.
Right,
This is all I wish to say. Thank you so much for giving me time.
right, madam. Availability of the text is of paramount importance.
One thing I would like to add to Niru's suggestion, that in the sixth semester, Indian English poetry is there. Indian English poets have been included.
Right.
So
I am talking about the students who are leaving after second semester.
Okay.
Okay. If you want at the earlier stage, that is the thing. That is at the later stage.
Every student would not reach the sixth semester.
Mhm. Well, I think we have got the opinions from all the participants. Anybody else would like to say something? Nivedita ji?
Responding to Neeru, I think they have made the syllabus very much like what they are pursuing in US, etc., where you are free to choose what you want to do, like, the modules. So I guess, whoever is inclined towards doing whatever, they will choose those kind of modules and do it. There is no binding, that they cannot repick the modules later on. That's what I understand from the NEP.
The thing is, if they continue to move ahead,
Then otherwise not.
like they have first semester.
Earlier, Niru. Right. Okay.
Any other participant would like to express his or her views and suggestions, or should I wind up the meeting?
Professor Pandey.
Yes, sir.
In the end, only one sentence. If this syllabus is accepted in toto, this will fall heavily upon the future of the weak and poor students of Uttar Pradesh.
Yes.
Right.
We shall be doing a great injustice to those students. Let this be known to the government of Uttar Pradesh, that these students are not the students of America or United Kingdom. These students are of the villages of India who have not been provided proper education in English. So at the higher education level, they must be taught properly, keeping in view the present scenario. This is what I want.
Language portion.
No, language, and there are many other aspects regarding the spoken English, and
too much
pressure. And with my experience, and sir, with my experience of evaluating a large number of PhD theses, even the so-called English medium students are not in a position to write correct English even today.
Right.
So that aspect must not be overlooked.
Thank you, sir.
That's all, sir. That's
I think let us sum up the decisions taken by this meeting. And as Professor, one thing I think is quite agreed by all, that we must have...
Pandeyji, Professor Sharma
wants to say something.
Yes, Vidyaji, yes.
Yes.
Professor Sharma, okay. Sharma, Professor Sharma, please.
Yes, having listened to all the discussion that has been going on, one thing is clear that most of us are simply being guided by our own experience of our life, in which the system used to be very rigid, and this used to be teacher oriented, and not much of the freedom was given to the students. Since now we are going to transform the center from teacher to the students. So whatever more choices could be provided to them, those choices should be provided. And as was
Right.
suggested, that some of the language courses could be offered as optional courses, and the students could
Right.
choose any one
Okay,
of them.
that is
Right,
good.
sir.
Some
That
courses
is
from functional English, or some courses from English
language.
language course
Ji, ji.
that were being offered at Kanpur University. Some
Ji,
of those
Ji, ji.
courses could be included as optional courses.
Optional
that is
courses,
good.
right.
As
That's
optional
nice.
courses. So if any student doesn't want to study English poetry or
Right,
English
right.
or English prose, all those things could be changed.
Yeah,
And
can go
also,
to
and since it will not be possible for all the experts to come together once again, I think we should authorize the convener to change
right, sir.
Yes, sir.
texts, to change the texts uh, according to the needs and according to their availability.
Available.
As
Okay, sir. Right, sir.
as regards the availability of the text is concerned, the
Ji, ji.
only concern should be that generally all those texts that have copyright issues should not be included, because that requires a lot of money to be paid by the publishers. Otherwise,
Ji.
we have a large number of students at Kanpur University. Any publisher will be ready to bring out the texts. So new textbooks could be made. That is no issue.
Ji, sir.
Even when the government earlier had contemplated upon introducing various kinds of courses, common courses in UP, various publishers, even the important publishers like Oxford University Press, Macmillan, they had come out with their own anthologies.
Yes, yes.
So
Very
that,
Right.
that should not be a matter of concern. It is just the matter, once we decide that this is this is what is to be taught and this is what is to be done in a particular
Okay, sir.
manner, that can
Ji.
always be done. One important question was raised regarding the methodology and the methodology of teaching and evaluation. So I think we should also suggest the question paper model, and we should also
Yes.
suggest that the teaching has got to be literature oriented or language oriented. And
Right.
accordingly, we should also suggest the model question paper, or the at least the pattern of the question paper, that the question paper
Yes.
will have 1 section, 2 sections, 3 sections, and
Right,
what
sir.
type
Right.
of
That is
questions.
very important thing, sir. Right.
As regards comprehension is concerned, English comprehension is concerned, almost that is basically the thing that we are doing in all the question papers. Translation, most of the teachers are simply translating the text from English to Hindi in the classroom. So
Ji.
comprehension and translation, they are being taught indirectly without naming them. And still, if you want these questions to be set, then they can be set in some section of the question paper. And even the literature text could be taught for literary purposes. They could also be taught for language purposes.
Yes.
So we should also have the objective of every paper before us. Unfortunately, I have not gone through the syllabus in detail, so I do not know whether that objective of teaching that particular course or offering that particular course has been mentioned. Because now when the students have to select on their own, they should be very clear about the objective of studying a particular course, what he
Right,
or
sir.
she will be required to do or why he or she should accept that particular course. Most of the students who join IMA English program, they join that program in the hope that they'll be improving their language. On the other hand, when they finish their studies, they simply realize that they have not learned the language. Instead, they have simply learned to cram the answers. So cramming of the answer is not the language learning,
You're very
right?
true.
So language learning and cramming up the answer, these are two different issues. And
Absolutely right, sir.
therefore, an objective, in the objective section of the syllabus, we should make it very clear as
Clear,
to what is going to be the end process
Yes.
or the end result of studying that particular course.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Absolutely
Right, sir.
correct.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Suvigya ji. Suvigya ji.
BT Pandey sir, one more thing we must also know about it, that which paper is going to be objective and subjective, because
Yes,
Right.
that
presently
has
we are
to be.
having
That will be nice.
many
Huh?
objective
Right.
papers. So which paper we are going to have as objective and subjective? That should be
Right.
Okay.
Right,
Right.
right.
Which is
Suvigya ji.
Yes, I'd like to. I totally agree with Professor Sharma, Professor Sushil Sharma. He very rightly said that the availability of the text and good material, new text and good material, that also gives the opportunity to the professors, upcoming scholars to write something new, their originality. And also framing of question paper, that is something very, overhauling has to be done on framing the question paper. And as we see that, I agree with Professor Chauhan. He was saying that we need to understand that the students coming from a very low profile. So how to train that person? That's the challenge for the teaching fraternity in every course, in every program. So that has to be from the primary education that has to go on. But then in our Bharatiya scripture that's written, from the Dham, means that I keep you in my heart and then I teach. Professor Chauhan recalls his young age and when he was a student. He might have been hailing from a village, but he speaks such a good English, such good grammar. What has been wrong in these years that has made this thing? So we need to have our goals high, the objectives high, the aim high. Utsapalim khalu mahatam prarthana, that higher souls aim high. So we need to aim high. Let's see that something good will nurture out. I agree with all of you. It was such a good discussion with all the honorable members. Really, I appreciate, and I felt so good that I had been a part of it. And thank you so much. All of you have had given very good response and their commendable suggestions. And we hope for something good to nurture out. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, sir.
Pandey ji.
Yes. Again, as Professor Suvigya Awasthi says, I thank all of you. I have noted down.
Sir, before
the
before the meeting is closed, may I say something more?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir. Sure.
The students that we get in our colleges and the universities, they are not only coming from the weaker section, they are also coming from good section of the society. They are not only coming from the Hindi medium, many of them are coming from very good schooling also. In the name of democracy, we should not give any opportunity to the other sections to pull down the other sections.
Okay, sir. Okay.
If a person is weaker, we should try to encourage him. But if a person is bright, we should not try to pull down that person. and therefore this syllabus should cater to the needs of both the groups. There should be something for every group of the society.
Right.
And once the choice is being given, then it is for that particular person to choose either A stream or B stream or C stream.
Okay, sir.
Very true, sir.
Right.
So we should have some additional papers for the weaker sections. We could have some sections for common students. We should have some question papers, some papers for the best kind of students also, so that
Thank
they
you.
feel that they have already learned certain things. The
Okay,
students coming from ICSE board, when we teach them Macbeth, they sometimes laugh at the teaching standards of the colleges and
Already
the
they had read.
universities.
Right.
Right? So
Right.
we should not make ourselves the laughing stock and the English studies the laughing stock. And English studies in this country are not meant there to promote Englishism. We need English language. We do not need English literature as is being propagated in this country, unfortunately.
Okay, sir.
Very true, sir. Very true. I totally agree. I agree in totality. Thank you so much, sir.
So thank you, Professor Sharma. Now I think I should sum up the deliberations, the suggestions and the comments. And one thing that comes out unanimously through this meeting is there must be some sort of, introducing English language part,
Right.
either as a paper or as an optional paper. That has to be introduced somehow to cater to the needs of students who are preparing for competitive exams, and also some sort of communicative English part that too has to be introduced in the syllabus. And apart from that, there has been a real concern of Professor Omkarnath Upadhyay, who rightly said that the titles of the papers are not in consonance with the text. So, and then we had Professor Anshuman Khanna's suggestions that literary criticism and the choice of the text that has to be seen again, the rationale behind the inclusion and exclusion of the of the text, and then a part of a bit of grammar, as Dr. Suman Gupta suggested, and Professor Sarkar suggested. We should take care of the students coming from the Hindi background. It needs some sort of revamping. So I have noted all the suggestions, and would like to induct in the syllabus that is to be introduced as per government orders or as per the orders of the university in the coming session. Thank you. Thanks to all of you. Thanks, Professor Chauhan, Professor Sharma, Professor Anshuman Khanna, Professor Omkar Upadhyay, Dr. Neeru Tandon, Dr. Baby Rani, Dr. Suman Gupta. Thanks to all of you. And apart from that, members of the EDP cell of the university and Dr. Subhigya Avasthi, I thank all of you to for participating in this online meeting and sparing your precious time with us for this academic discussion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Namaskar. Namaskar, sabko.
Thank you, everybody.
Ji, namaskar.
Dr.